Hello guys, we have a 9-game NBA slate for March 20th. Starting off at point guard, I really like Russell Westbrook. His price is just too cheap at 10.3K against Toronto. It is a tougher matchup, but he's going to be at home, and Kawhi should be back for this game. So Kawhi should be matching up against Paul George, and Kyle Lowry is questionable. I would lean towards him not playing just because that ankle injury looked pretty bad. Van Vliet's definitely still a capable defender, but this is Russell Westbrook, and he's coming off of a really bad game against the Warriors. He shot just really poorly, so I think the price decrease is just a little bit of kind of like an overreaction. 10.3K, a guy who's just a triple double machine. He has such a nice floor of like 50. Obviously, he didn't get there last game, but that's just not really who he is. And so Westbrook here at home with Kawhi probably going to be holding PG in check. I really like Westbrook for a triple double here. Maybe he can get you 60 plus. So he's one of my favorite plays on the slate. I think Kyrie is fine too, but he's just a tier under Westbrook. Luka Doncic, same thing, excellent play, but not someone that I'm gonna be prioritizing. Definitely, if you play multiple lineups, you should have some Luka and Kyrie. Then next, it's Damian Lillard at 8.8K. Here, without CJ McCollum on the floor, Lillard has an insane high usage rate, and when we see Lillard really below 9K, even when McCollum's playing, there's always going to be some interest in him. But here with McCollum out and Lillard being at home against the Mavericks, who definitely aren't like a scary defensive matchup for like any team, Lillard here with the crazy usage and everything and being cheaper than Kyrie and Luka, this is just probably the best play. For point guard, him and Westbrook are really close. I'm definitely going to be trying to play both of these guys together in the same lineup. Looking elsewhere for point guard, Alfred Payne at 8K. He's been getting just five triple doubles in a row, and Orlando is his old team, so maybe there's some revenge there. But Payne, his price is moving up, but it's still not a bad play because he's just still getting all those stats. Drew Holiday's still out, so definitely something can still go there. But I just like Lillard's. Lillard just feels like a little bit safer. Like Payne, I mean, the Magic are a pretty nice defensive team recently, and so I just think that Payne, like this run, it's gonna come to an end at some point, and his price just keeps on going up. Where when that game happens, when he has a bad game like last game, if that game didn't go to OT, he would not have gotten that triple double. He would have ended with like 39. So at that point, like he's not really doing that well for you when you're paying 8K for a guy like him. So I just like Lillard for only 800 more. Definitely, Lillard feels like a guy who's gonna get you closer over 50. My Conley, I probably would actually prefer to go Conley over Payne here. Conley, he's just kind of like the main guy now in Memphis, and he's still getting some really nice run. Seeing over 30 minutes easily every night in competitive games, and in this spot he plays a lot better at home too. Chris Paul, he always gets his minutes staggered, and we don't know if Chris Paul's even going to play on a back-to-back. Eric Gordon's already ruled out, and if CP3 is out, then obviously you're going to have to look at James Harden. But Conley here, even if Chris Paul plays, Paul's minutes are staggered when he checks out around like the 6-minute mark, so Conley definitely will get like someone else defending him. And this is a really nice spot for Conley if Chris Paul is out. So if that happens, it's even a bigger boost. And then Eric Bledsoe, if Giannis were to miss again, that gets one of like the best matchups against Colin Sexton. So definitely an amazing play if Giannis is out. And then Thomas Satoransky, 5.6K against the Bulls. The Bulls have not been a good defensive team. Still going to be more of the faster paced games out there on the slate. So 5.6K with a really nice solid 40-point upside for Sato. Definitely a nice play here. And then Chris Dunn, if Zach LaVine were to be out, he's currently questionable, but Washington, same thing. Chicago's going to be paced up a lot, and with no LaVine and doubtful Porter, Dunn's going to have to do a whole lot of more ball handling. So a guy that I'm going to definitely look to if LaVine is out. And then Goran Dragic, I wish I would have played some more of this guy, but if he's still gonna see close to 30 minutes against the Spurs, who are a much improved defensive team, still 5.3K for Dragic, even if he doesn't reach 30 minutes, it's still a really nice play. Definitely we're not gonna see the same kind of shooting that he put on, and the matchup is not the same. It's a way slower paced game too. I mean, the Spurs are just a whole different team when they're at home too. So I really still think Dragic is a good play, but definitely you have to kind of like tone your expectations down a little bit. And then Fred VanVleet, if Kyle Lowry would have missed, Kawhi's probably going to be back, but still, if Lowry were to be out, VanVleet's going to be ball handling a lot in OKC. It's a significant pace-up game for the Raptors, and Westbrook just hasn't been a good defender. A lot of point guards have been going off against OKC, so I really like Fred VanVleet on like 4.7K if Kyle Lowry is out. If Lowry and Kawhi both return, probably not going to be something that I'm going to have much interest in. And then down low for extreme value, we have Ryan Arcidiacono if Zach LaVine were to miss. And then moving on to shooting guard, James Harden if Chris Paul is out. Eric Gordon's already out. Bradley Beal 9.4. He's been doing a whole lot. Price is right, but just honestly, it's not really the guy that you want to go to when Lillard and some of the other guys are way cheaper. And then next, it's a whole drop off here. I think you definitely go down all the way to a guy like DeLon Wright, maybe if Avery Bradley is out. DeLon's 4.8K. Matchup is okay. Definitely going to be one of the slower pace games, but pretty much every game is going to be like a pace up spot for the Grizzlies, especially if Bradley were to be out. Wright probably sees closer to 30, maybe even over 30 minutes, and he's only 4.8K. And then D Wade 4.8K as well. Winslow, Magruder's are already both out, so slower pace game and probably not going to have the same upside, but Wade 4.8K, you can't really complain about that when he's playing close or over even 30 minutes like last game. And then Marcus Smart 4.6K. Gordon Hayward should be out again here, and for a matchup against Philly, Marcus Smart gets up for these type of games. His defense is going to be needed out there. Should see close to 30 or over 30 minutes, and he's only 4.6K with definitely a nice floor with just kind of the defense stats that you can get. And then Pat Connaughton, if Giannis were to miss again, 3.6K. Cleveland, not a good defensive team at all. Maybe he also can get some blowout run if that happens. And then small forward, we have Giannis if he were to play. Just an absolutely smash spot, but obviously the blowout is a factor here, and he's going to be the most expensive player on the slate, where I don't think that you probably need to go there. Kawhi Leonard, 8.4K, seems really cheap, even if Paul George is going to be guarding him. If Kyle Lowry were to miss, this is going to be one of the core and most popular plays out there, so definitely a guy you need to consider. Only 8.4K. Even if Lowry were to play, this is already a really nice play, but if he were to miss, definitely makes for a core play. And then Chris Middleton, again, if Giannis is out. Josh Richardson, a guy that's not really getting a whole lot of ownership. Matchup isn't that good, but again, he's just been shooting really poorly, like recently. The last two games, like he's played 30 and 40 minutes. He's just shot really bad, like 2 for 17, 3 for 14, combined 5 for 31, and he's still getting you, mid-high 20s. If he were to just hit a few more shots, he's, way over 5x. And then next, Trevor Ariza. His price has gone down just dramatically due to a blowout from last game, and then 2 games ago, maybe because of the injury that he had, maybe it made his minutes go down, or maybe he just wasn't playing too well. But Ariza, 4.6K, this guy usually plays really heavy minutes, and this is a nice matchup. Chicago, nothing to fear about their defense, so if he were to still get his normal run, definitely a nice play. Probably more of like a cash game, but still at this price, you can definitely make a case for him having a very nice ceiling as well. And then Daniel House, Eric Gordon's already going to be out, so somebody's going to have to do a little bit more of the shooting. And so Daniel House has been playing really well. Again, Memphis, not a good matchup just because they're so slow, but House has been playing really well. He's been scoring in double digits. He's a guy that will definitely get you some steals, some rebounds as well, and without Gordon, this game probably sees upper 30s in minutes, and he's just been pretty solid, pretty safe actually. He shoots pretty well from 3, and he's definitely a guy that's gonna kind of make some of those hustle plays, get some offensive boards and stuff. So nice value play. And then Mario Hezonja, if you trust the Knicks, I don't think anybody does, but again, if you were to start 3.7K, horrible matchup, but honestly, like right now, value should open up, but for right now, early low Hezonja, just somebody that maybe you should consider. And then Shaq Harrison, Otto Porter should be out for this game, so a guy that you can definitely look to. Only 3.3K. Washington, a really good matchup for any team. should see close to those 30 minutes or over here. And he's actually a really good defender, just in terms of how he gets his steals. Kind of reminds me of like Tyus Jones, just gets a lot of steals. Definitely not that big of like a shot taker, but we've seen him, get some nice stats, rebounds, assists. He'll contribute elsewhere. He's not just kind of like a guy that's dependent on shooting. So in order to play heavy minutes, definitely something that he can kind of fill up, just because he's only 3.2K. And then moving on, to power forward, Lauri Markkanen, if Levine were to miss, 7.1K. He's been horrible, but again, it's just Washington, and this is a terrific pace-up spot. He's going to be at home too. Prices are coming down slowly, so Markkanen has a really great ceiling if Levine were to miss. And then Pascal Siakam, if Lowry were to miss, and if Kawhi were to miss too for some reason, definitely going to be a core play. You can put him power forward and center now. I think he was only power forward eligible. So he's 6.8K. OKC does struggle against shooting guards and power forwards, so somewhere that I want to attack if Lowry or Kawhi were to miss. And then Jabari Parker, he's been getting some more run. He's actually playing blowouts, and this is a revenge game for Jabari. So 6K price is a little bit higher, but if you were to get some blowout run, either way, whichever the case of blowout goes, he's been stealing some minutes from Trevor Ariza too, and Jeff Green actually. So 6K, not a bad play. He's been playing really well though. It's just his minutes are kind of a little bit not that consistent. And then Cedi Osman, 5.7K if a lot of the Cavs were to miss, like if Love were to miss again, Nance, Thompson, all those guys. But a lot of them are currently questionable, so we're going to have to wait and see on that. But if Giannis were to miss again, Osman definitely gets a nicer matchup. And if he were to get the starter power forward or something, that's definitely some more rebound upside. And he's been playing pretty well, actually. And if Giannis were to miss, maybe this game can stay close just because Milwaukee's on a back-to-back as well. And then Larry Nance, he's really cheap if he's going to return for this game, 4.9K. And if like Love were to miss, he's gonna see some good run probably, depending on if he's restricted or not. But 4.9K is just a little bit too cheap. And then Mirotic, 4.9K if Giannis were to miss. Just again, Cleveland, terrific matchup. And then center, Joel Embiid, he should return, 10K. Al Horford actually has handled Embiid, or he's actually just played pretty well recently, or just like in the past against Embiid, but he's only 10K here. And Philly, a lot of their starters did play pretty heavy minutes, high 30s. So Embiid is going to be fresh for this game, 10K. Seems a little bit underpriced for Embiid, but again, not a core play just because there are other cheaper plays that are more, that just seem better, and also Westbrook for only 300 more. Going down to Yusuf Nurkic, 7.1K. Dwight Powell, not somebody that I really am afraid of. Without McCollum, somebody's going to have to take the usage, which is Lillard, and then also Nurkic. He's actually been close to 8K. I think he's actually exceeded 8K with McCollum even in the lineup. So at home here, Nurkic doesn't usually play like heavy 30 minutes, but definitely can get around 30 minutes here against Dallas. It's going to be at home, 7.1K. Seems a little bit underpriced, but definitely he's a guy that can just totally bust because of foul trouble or lower like minutes or something. Just Nurkic he's a little bit more of a volatile player, but we all know his upside is tremendous. And then Al Horford, he's handled Embiid again really well in the past, so 5.9K. Even though he is questionable, he's actually probable here, and he's just usually stepped up and he's played more minutes just because they need his defense against Embiid. So 5.9K, somebody that I'm going to try to get a little bit of because I think people are going to be scared because they know, it's Philly, Embiid is a tough matchup. But Horford's actually played really well, and also just that third opponent ranking. And he's down to 5.9K now, so I think he's still a very nice play with some solid upside. And then Bobby Portis, 5.7K, revenge game for him too, but his minutes are kind of down recently. Probably due to blowout, but still, just he's a little bit not safe. And then Brook Lopez, if Giannis were to miss, excellent center matchup depending on who's available for Cleveland, 5.4K. But thing to note is Lopez did play some pretty heavy minutes. I think he played like 38 tonight. And then for value, maybe we can go to Thomas Bryant for 3.9K just because he's been eating into Bobby Portis' minutes recently, and he could potentially get some blowout run as well. So 3.9K, he has some solid upside. We've seen it before. He's put up some games, like some crazy games actually, like over 40 plus. So he has GPP upside here. And then if Embiid were to return, then you can't really play Boban. So for now, my favorite plays are going to be Russell Westbrook and then Damian Lillard. And then I think Kyle Lowry probably is going to miss, so then I definitely would plug in Fred VanVleet for shooting guard. Maybe Chris Paul misses, then I'm going to have to play some Harden, and it's going to be kind of hard to fit like with Westbrook and Lillard. So definitely we're going to need some value on the slate, but definitely I think that we will get some just because it is late March now and teams are going in different directions and whatnot. So value will open up tomorrow. Some injuries still to monitor. So here's the 3 guys that I really like right now. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel as well for more videos. My Twitter is @Boffles. Link will be in the description below. And please just give me a follow on there. I'll update my plays. I'll kind of talk about the slate. I'll always be happy to just answer any of your questions on the slate. You can DM me, tweet at me, whatever. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you in the next slate. Bye.